and let us all do we can to build a better future. Daniel, we talked about Biden a lot.
Yes.
And I asked you, did you see this recent video that came out on Fox News?
And I said no.
And you said no. So the thing is, I want to remind you, we have said on the show during the election cycle how Biden had a good working relationship with segregationists.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Biden went on the record saying he did not want his white children going on a bus with black children.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Biden was against busing. He was against desegregation. He was very abusive and very downright aggressive towards Anita Hill, who was going through her own case, and Biden just relentlessly assaulted her.
Huge fan of Strom Thurmond.
Yep, huge fan of Strom. Good friends. Did
his eulogy.
Yeah, of course. Joe Biden, again, also has never went back on the crime bill. He was very strong supporter of the 94 crime bill.
Thought he did a good job with that.
He thought he did a great job.
Destroyed the student debt crisis as we deal with it now. Is Joe Biden.
Also, Joe Biden was for the war in Iraq, voted for that one. So the thing is, we've said this before. A lot of independent...
Effectively, sort of to some degree, killed his kid. I mean, Iraq.
What? It's the truth. You got to rip the Band-Aid off, folks. And not to mention, Biden has also a questionable history of assault and harassment towards women as well.
Yes.
But I think here's the thing. Independent media, networks like ourselves, called us out. And we were attacked by other people.
Oh, yeah, how dare you bring this up? This isn't real.
How dare you bring it up?
You're making something up.
Exactly. How dare you bring it up?
I don't want to look at facts.
Yes.
You guys are wrong. If you were right, I would have to reconsider my vote.
Agreed 100%. But the thing is, those larger networks wouldn't say anything, and CNN, Fox...
Oh, we're forgetting one. Thank you, Eleanor. Also plagiarist.
True. Yeah. Well done, Eleanor. Thank you so much. I love our audience. I love all of you watching. So, imagine my surprise seeing this little segment on Fox News. Please, everyone, I want to play it a little bit in entirety, especially near the end. If you want to pause it before, but until then, I want to play it right now for our viewing audience. This is wonderful. Shout out to Case Study QB, who actually found a longer version of this video. Case Study QB, good to have you back in the fight.
Jennifer, quote, pro-voting Rubin, a well-known writer over Washington Post, and you know who she is. She says, if Manchin is no on both BBB and voting, Biden is done. Democracy is hanging by a thread. Hard to think of anyone more destructive. Matt, democracy hanging by a thread because of Joe Manchin.
Yeah, hyperbole much. I mean, I'll tell you, the more Washington Post columnists or more members of the squad that attack Joe Manchin, the better it is for him in the state of West Virginia. And look, all this inter-party warfare, it does two things. It makes your party look weak, and it also shows that you can't govern. It makes you look chaotic. We have a ton of problems facing our country right now, and the contrast as we go into next year among Republicans and Democrats who are fighting among themselves is pretty stark.
So I want to read something from Bette Midler. This comes from her blue check account on Twitter.
Sorry, my apologies, though. I find it interesting that we got good old Rubin saying that democracy is hanging by a thread when the Democratic establishment has contributed to this nightmare too. It's not just Manchin or Republicans. Everyone in Washington, D.C. contributed to this disaster.
Yeah.
Let's play the rest of the video.
Saying what Joe Manchin, who represents a population smaller than Brooklyn, has done to the rest of America, who wants to move forward, not backward, like his state, is horrible. He sold us out. He wants us all to be just like his state, West Virginia, poor, illiterate, and strung out. Now, I think she may have since apologized for that, but the tweet is still there. Tezlyn, that's her message to Joe Manchin. I think you've got a message of your own for the senator and the president tonight.
I do. Number one, that tweet was out of line. People have been picking and choosing.
By the way, can I pause it right here? I always want to make this point. In the circles of power that we're talking about, kill 1,000 orphans, but don't say something crass.
There you go. All right, let's play the rest of this.
Who they want to make the villain. I, as an independent, want to address everybody across the board, and I can do it all in 60 seconds. Number one, Joe Manchin, who I call the working man-eater, went on Fox News to tell over 500 members of Congress and Joe Biden that I am your daddy, and there is nothing that you can do about it. Unlike Joe Biden, I do not believe in negotiating with a terrorist, so Congress should force the vote so we can see for ourselves who is with who, because I, for one, do not believe that it is just Joe Manchin. It is other folks that are hiding behind him, and it also includes Republicans that are willing to destroy the economy just for a win. Number two, I'm on Fox News tonight to tell Joe Manchin to lean into the first three letters of his last name, M-A-N, and man up and stop lying saying that he's a conservative Democrat. He's a flat-out conservative, period, point blank, and conservatives should not be celebrating because he will sell them out as well because he's loyal to no one, not a party or the people.
And this is perfect. Hold on. This, it gets better in the second video that I'll let FaZe get time to build up, because the thing is, this is true about all these lawmakers. Whether you're a Democrat or Republican voter, guess what? Your lawmakers, your favorite lawmaker who represents you in the U.S. Senate and House, they don't like you. You're not their number one constituent. And so, it's only fair, I'm glad that she brought that up, that these politicians all must be held accountable. So here's her calling out Joe Biden. Let's play this video.
He's only loyal to himself. And last but not least, I want to address Joe Biden. What will Joe Biden do publicly for this embarrassing betrayal? Will he strip him of his committee assignments? Will the DNC start recruiting candidates to run against him? After all, they did help him win, so they can certainly help him lose. What Joe Manchin is doing to the American people is criminal. So I ask, where is the 1994 tough on crime, Joe Biden? Where is the we got to clean up the streets and lock up black men and too afraid to clean up the Congress seats, Joe Biden? Where is the tough on Anita Hill, Joe Biden? Where is the I don't want black children to ride the school bus with white children, Joe Biden? Where is the vote for me or you ain't black, Joe Biden? The same energy Joe Biden has had for the last 30 years should be redirected to Joe Manchin publicly for the people to see. But I guess since his White House press secretary said today that they are longtime friends and have shared values, I guess we'll never see it.
All right,
pause it right here.
Also, I want to point one interesting flaw in her argument. Joe Biden ain't black. He just determines who is black.
That's true, man. But one other thing, too. It's just, you can only imagine if this was said during the election. I mean, my goodness. Now, we were saying on our show. A lot of other channels, Jimmy Dore.
We were one of the first.
Yep, so there we go.
Pointing out the obvious.
And I think this, and huge shout out again to K-Study QB, who managed to find a longer version of this, because I actually had a shorter, more blurred version of this video, and K-Study QB said, cracked his hand and said, let me take care of this. And he handled it. We see him in the show right there.
I'm not sucked for Case Study because, he didn't vote for Joe Biden. And Joe Biden is just determined he's not black. So I don't know if you have to, fill out the census differently. Yeah, but I'm real sorry, man.
Yeah, Case Study QB, great job, though. But another thing, too, to bring up, and that is, notice the response from the dude over there, because he's going to make it all about Republicans. He didn't listen to a goddamn thing.
I think he intentionally... He Cenk Uyghur to the situation.
Yeah, watch. Because this dude, the way he's going to make his argument now, be like, oh, there's infighting amongst the Democrats and Republicans are going to do this too. No, dude, there's infighting. Anyways, I don't want to spoil it for you. Let's play the rest of the video.
To unpack there, so where do you want to start?
Well, first of all, I agree on one thing. Let's have every Democratic senator on the record, all the vulnerable ones who are up in 2022, let's get them on the record supporting this massive tax increase, this massive spending bill. It'll be Republican ad maker early Christmas. Please do it.
Wait, pause it. I just want to be his inner monologue for a second. Okay, I got the speech printed out. It's in front of me, and I'm going to read it, and I'm not going to listen to anything else. And go.
But hold on. One other thing, too. It's like, you didn't listen to a single thing she said, dude. This isn't about how Republican lawmakers or Republican challengers are going to be better than Democratic.
I paid someone $50 to write this. I'm going to read it.
I'm going to do. Yeah, true. He paid money. He paid $50. A good old Ulysses S. Grant. There you go. When he should have been paid
attention,
paying attention. But also, good one, good one, dude, bro, awesome. No, good one right there. But also, he should have gave him a Ben Franklin, because Ben Franklin's the only person smiling in U.S. currency because he was never president.
I'm not gonna. I have no way to respond to that.
There you go. All right, it's a joke from a movie a long time ago. Anyway, let's play the rest.
Yes, please primary Joe Manchin, because if he loses in a primary, that's a guaranteed seat for Republicans. So let's primary him too.
I'm sorry, I gotta pause it again. Okay, I gotta ask you a question. If you have a favorite bottle of red wine, what's your favorite type of red wine?
Oh, you know what? Shiraz.
Okay, what's your least favorite type of red wine?
Chardonnay. Wait, red wine, right? You said red wine? Okay, so Chardonnay's a white wine.
Yeah, that's right.
Merlot.
Does it matter to your clothes when I get the wine on it?
No, it doesn't matter to my clothes at all.
Rest my case.
There you go. I drink alcohol for what it is. I think all alcohol is great. Terrible politician answer right there. All right, let's play the rest of the video.
Here's the key part here. Let's step back. How did Democrats message this bill? They messaged it as a spending bill. It wasn't as messaged as a COVID bill, childcare bill, energy bill. It was messaged as a spending bill. That's why we keep referring to the price tag all the time.
The media is the main one that disseminated the message, though he is right.
Play the rest.
A spending bill for spending's sake is a political loser. That's why Joe Manchin's not supporting it. And win or lose, or whether you like it or not, he's the 51st
pause
vote.
it. I'm very sorry. I keep pausing this video. His point is now the only reason Joe Biden didn't go along with this is because he wasn't happy about the way the bill was marketed. That's the point he's making right now.
Yes. And the thing
which is a stupid point.
I also want to add on to it, too, that Nancy Pelosi had the audacity to blame the media because they were not promoting the Build Back Better bill. When the media, it's not our job to do the politician's job to promote the bill. Like, tell us what it is. You're supposed to be the biggest cheerleader to it, you dumb.
Yeah, and then so, like, she's going on like, hey, why isn't this like terribly racist Biden not use the energy he used to use on the racism to push Joe Manchin to do anything? And his response is, the marketing was not good. Joe Manchin didn't like it. And if we lose him, it'll be the same difference as two different kinds of red wine on Kit's jacket.
Come on, this is a brand new jacket, man. It's nice jacket.
It doesn't matter at the end of the day. It doesn't matter if a Republican takes over West Virginia if they do the same thing, just so you can set a certain color on a pin.
Why am I afraid that as soon as I walk out of the door, there's somebody who's going to pour red wine on me?
Does it matter? If
I know, but like, is there a surprise outside the door waiting for
I've already got it set up.
Okay, nothing. It doesn't mean nothing. All right, folks. All right. Let's play the rest of the video.
Or whether you like it or not, he's the 51st vote. You need his vote. So instead of pretending that he has no leverage, accept it, and you should have catered to him.
Okay, Politico very quickly had this today. They say the White House ends, actually a couple days ago, yesterday. White House ends 2021 facing a confluence of crises. COVID-19 cases surging through the nation. I'll give you the final word on that, Tezlyn. What does the White House do?
Oh, well, the White House needs to do something and actually act like they're in charge. It doesn't matter how they message this bill. Joe Manchin has moved the goalposts plenty of times on this bill, whether you call it spending, whether you call it saving, whether you call it investment.
Let's go ahead and build up the rest of the video. There's only 40 more seconds into it. Again, huge shout out to Case Study QB. Be sure to follow him on Twitter and be sure to check out his YouTube channel and Odyssey page and check out his work for the People's Gauntlet. Let's play this final video.
Bottom line is he does not want to make the investment in the American people. And Republicans are in no position to talk about the infighting that's going on the Democrat side, because the last time I checked, Republicans are also fighting with Trumpers as well. So right now, bottom line, this country's a bottom line mess, Shannon, and people are suffering as a result. This spending that needs to happen, the investment that needs to happen for our children, for those who are poor, for those who are barely working and able to survive this economy, it's a damn shame that Democrats and Republicans are both in agreement that they have no problem sinking this economy and sinking the American people.
There's not a lot of bipartisanship going on many things here on the Hill. You are right about that. I think we'd all agree on that right now. And hopefully we move toward some progress in the right direction where there can be compromise. Tezlyn and Matt, thank you both.
Bottom line is
all right, pause it. First of all, the words that Tezlyn was saying, whoom, flew right over their head. The guys promoting the Republican and also the Fox News host. Because the thing is, what she was saying, it doesn't matter if there's a Democrat or a Republican in the White House or who controls the Senate House. At the end of the day, they're going to screw you over. It's one big club. You ain't in it. And she had every right to call out Biden's hypocrisy because Biden had a lot of energy being against desegregation, being against busing, being all for the wars, being all for harassing Anita Hill and all this other stuff. But notice how quiet he is towards Manchin and Sinema, but then he dismisses progressive causes or the promises he's made to the vote blue no matter who crowd. Notice how his administration, the Biden-Harris administration, bends over backwards for the Senate parliamentarian, a non-elected official.
That they control.
They can overrule the parliamentarian, either Kamala Harris or Biden.
It's Kamala's secretary.
Yeah. So The thing is, that was gold, and I'm glad it was shown on Fox News, because I know one thing. That would probably never happen on MSNBC or CNN. Maybe whoever, if they would get like a surprise guest that they didn't thoroughly vet and decide to drop those truth bombs, then it would be gold, because then it would be on CNN or MSNBC. But it was shown on Fox, and I urge everyone to go to the show notes, the description box below, and you'll see the link to that article, to that tweet. Be sure to retweet out, and be sure to check out Case Study QB's channel, because that tweet, that video, it should be going viral. Everyone should be messaging it and sharing it, because it does call into question about, where's Biden's energy gone? Well, the thing is, he only uses it when he wants to.
And again, it still all comes down to, I think that she was also hinting at it, and I'll really like, both parties want to stab you.
Yeah.
Just one wants to do it in the front, the other wants to do it in the back, but they both want you dead. They both want to make your life more difficult so that their donors can be richer, because they're running out of places to get their 3% every 90 days.
Agreed.